Hey, what's up, y'all? Back another video. Um, so today's video, I want to talk about something I just been really discussing in a few different areas of my life, with myself, with online, with other people I know who invest in crypto, and that's risk tolerance. Um, when we in this crypto world, it's obviously a risky investment. One of the more riskier investments you can make probably right now. Um, but it's also an investment that can make you a lot of money in a short amount of time. Um, and that's what I want to talk about. With the market even dropping more today, a lot of us have kind of been just, hodling or just holding, waiting for the bull market to return, at least with some of our portfolio. Um, and that just makes me think, we still have these other smaller market cap coins which will pump here and there. We saw it with Storm a few days back. I think a couple coins pumped yesterday, and it just makes me think: am I doing the right thing by um, being more conservative? You know, since the last bull run, because I know last year around this time, I was doing a lot of all in. I would see if I thought this coin was gonna have some action because of X, Y, and Z, I would go all in. Just like when Ethereum had consensus last year, once I knew that was coming up in a few weeks, I moved all my portfolio out of BTC and other coins. I moved it all to Ethereum. I rolled that up to about 360 or so, 400, and then dropped down to 360. I sold off a lot, and that worked out very well. Then I put, a large amount of that into Neo. I made Neo a large part of my portfolio when it was around $8. This is back in August, and I rolled that up to about where it is now. So, I could have cashed out that Neo when it went to 195, and that sometimes makes me a little bit sick that I didn't. That I just, I thought at that time, I thought there were a few Neo ICOs that had came up. I thought it would pump a little bit more. I thought it even might jump up to 300. But, that's, looking back, it obviously wasn't the right move. Once it basically hit 200, I should have sold off my stake and probably went into something else. It had went on a crazy run from, $30, $40 up into 200, I think. And it was probably a good time to sell, but I'm so used to crazy things happening in crypto, you kind of never really know where the top is. And the thing I got to remember is sometimes I don't have to sell at the very top, or I don't have to hodl if I made amazing profit in a few months, because $8 to 200, it's pretty good. From August to what was it, December or January when it popped. So what I'm thinking now is that I may diversify more but less. I may just take the amount of uh, well, it's not diversify. I'm gonna possibly look for new smaller cap projects and put a substantial amount of my tokens in them, because this is the time for me, I think, to be a little bit risky with this crypto market. In a few years, we'll probably look back and say this was the golden age of crypto. When you could make crazy amounts of money in a few months. this can't last forever, is what I think. Once this market matures, whether it's in a year, a few years, the gains will slow down because it's a mature market. And I think that I have to take advantage of where it's at right now. And if you're hodling all the time, um, it's kind of it can kind of mess you up. I could have taken some profits, from the Neo run, and invested it all in the Enigma project in the beginning of December when I caught it at 60 cents or so. Rolled that up to $7 where it went to, and I could have sold that off too, and I would have been in a much better position than I am now. And if I had just sat in cash or a stable coin or something that hadn't had its run yet, um, I would probably be better. But the other thing with that is that right now you don't really have a stable coin that you can hold off the exchange. I don't like holding my portfolio or a significant amount of my portfolio on the exchange. So I always have that in the back of my mind that um, am I being aggressive enough in this market to really take advantage of it? Um, if I had sold off that stake in Enigma and found the Storm project, jumped in there early and rolled that up to what it 6x in the last few days, in the last week or two, you could be making some amazing profits and instead of hodling. So is hodling the best thing to do? It's obviously over the long term I think it'll work out, but should I be more aggressive in this market and really probably play the game how I started playing this game and how I got to the point where I'm maybe being too conservative? Um, you know, once I hit a certain number in my head, I kind of became more conservative and wanted to not really preserve that because I had worked hard for it. But is that the right thing to do? Probably. I don't know. I have to decide that over the next couple of days, and I'm leaning towards probably not. Um, you know, it's just what it is. I've kind of gotten attached to certain coins, and I should just be looking for the profits at this point, especially with how the market is performing. Um, so yeah, that's my thoughts right now. Am I being too conservative? What is my risk tolerance, and how am I going to go about going forward? So I'll probably think about this for a day or two. I'll update you guys on what I think, what I plan on doing. But I mostly, from what I've thought over the last few days, I think I'm gonna return to the point where um, I'm looking to be aggressive in these markets. If I find something promising, I'm gonna put a significant amount of my portfolio into that, um, and we'll see how that goes. Uh, but yeah, man, this is the crypto world, man. It's crazy, man. We're down today a little bit. I think Bitcoin's just under 8,000. The rest of the market is kind of following that fall, and I've just been staying away recently, and it's kind of making me want to do something about it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are your thoughts? What is your risk tolerance? Are you doing the same thing? Did you do the same thing when you started? Were you more aggressive when you started in this market? And now that you've had some success, are you less aggressive? I think I felt myself become that, and I may need to get back to where we were before. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit the like button below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, legal_Jones, and y'all keep buying that crypto.